Everyone said Amara was lucky to work for Dr. Okike's family. Good pay, nice room. The madame was kind. But no one knew the truth. No one saw her cry at night. It started in her second year at the university. Dr. Okike taught her class. When she failed his exam, he called her to his office and locked the door. "You want to pass?" he asked. Amara was 19, afraid, far from home. Her mother had sold her wrapper to pay school fees. She couldn't fail, so she stayed silent when he touched her. 3 months later, she was pregnant. He rented her a room far from campus. When the baby came, a perfect boy, she held him for 2 hours. Then Dr. Okeke came with adoption papers. "Sign here," he said. "No," she whispered. "Please. He is mine. You have no money, no degree, no husband. You want your mother to die of shame? Sign the paper." Her hands shook as she signed. They took her son away while she was still bleeding. 6 months later, he called. "My wife needs a house girl. You will live with us." Amara knew what he was doing, keeping her close, keeping her silent. She moved into the boys' quarters. Mrs. Okeke was kind, gentle, had no idea. And there was the boy, Chidi, growing, laughing, learning to walk. "My miracle baby," Mrs. Okeke called him. Amara cooked for him, bathed him, sang him to sleep, the same songs she'd sung in the hospital. Sometimes Chidi reached for her instead of Mrs. Okeke. Amara's heart broke and soared at the same time. 2 years passed. Amara lived in hell, so close to her son, yet invisible, watching another woman raise him. Dr. Okeke came to her room sometimes, late at night. She stopped fighting after the first few times. Then, one morning, Amara woke up sick. She was pregnant again. She saved her money, found a clinic, took the pills. But 3 days later, the sickness came back. The abortion had failed. She sat on her bed, hands on her stomach, and finally broke. She was trapped, pregnant again, living in his house, raising his son, powerless, alone. She didn't hear the door open. "Amara," Mrs. Okeke stood there, holding the pregnancy test Amara had hidden under her mattress. "Is this yours?" she asked quietly. Amara froze. What will Amara say? And what will Mrs. Okeke do when she learns the truth? Amara couldn't speak. "Whose baby is this?" Mrs. Okeke asked again. Amara looked down. Tears fell onto her hands. Mrs. Okeke sat beside her. "How far along?" 4 months. "Who is the father? Will he help you?" Amara shook her head, sobbing. Mrs. Okeke took her hand. "Don't be afraid. We will help you." That kindness broke Amara completely. She cried harder. The door opened. Dr. Okeke stood there. His eyes went from his wife to Amara to the pregnancy test. "What is going on?" he asked, too calm. "Our house girl is pregnant," Mrs. Okeke said. "I'm trying to help her." "She should leave," he said quickly. "We can't have this in our home." "This girl has been loyal to us for 3 years," Mrs. Okeke said. "And your first concern is what people will think." "She is a house girl, not family." Something in his tone made Mrs. Okeke pause. "How do you know she's been here 3 years?" "I hired her. You never paid attention." "I assumed." "You never assume anything. You deal in facts. So how did you know?" The room went silent. Mrs. Okeke turned to Amara. "How did you come to work for us?" "Your husband offered me the job." Amara whispered. "Why would he do that?" "When did you meet her?" "She was my student," Dr. Okeke said finally. "Which year?" 2018. Mrs. Okeke's hands began to shake. "When were you pregnant the first time?" Amara's head snapped up. "How did you?" "Because you move like a woman who lost a child," Mrs. Okeke said. "I lost 3 before Chidi. I recognize that grief." "When?" 2019. Amara whispered. "And where is your baby now?" Amara looked at Dr. Okeke. His face had gone white. Mrs. Okeke followed her gaze. "No." Has everything she believed about her family been a lie? "He forced me," Amara said. the words finally breaking free. He said I would fail. He took my baby. He made me sign papers. He brought me here to keep me quiet. And now he's done it again. Mrs. Okiki staggered backward. Chidi is her son, isn't he? Yes, Dr. Okiki said. Mrs. Okiki let out a sound that wasn't quite a scream.
Oh my...
You let me
Do you
raise her
know what the
child
doctors
while
in this
his real
hospital
mother
are
cleaned
saying
our
about my
toilets.
daughter?
Get out, she said, her voice like ice. Dr. Okiki left. Mrs. Okiki sank onto the bed. Two women, two victims, two mothers sat in silence. I should hate you, Mrs. Okiki finally said. I'm sorry. For what? You were a child. He had all the power. Mrs. Okiki stood. Pack your things. Amara's heart dropped. Not to leave, Mrs. Okiki said. You're moving into the guest room. You need proper care, and this time, you're keeping your baby. Why would you help me? Because he took everything from both of us. And I'm done letting him win. The next morning, Mrs. Okiki called. The university, the newspapers, the lawyers. She told them everything. Dr. Okiki was fired, arrested, charged. His name became a warning. The house was sold. Mrs. Okiki moved to a smaller place. She invited Amar and Chidi to come. Will you tell him? Amar asked, watching her son. When he's older, Mrs. Okiki said. For now, we raise him together, both of us. When Amara's second baby came, another boy, Chidi kissed his brother's forehead. My brother, he said proudly. Mrs. Okiki held Amara's hand through the delivery. Two women, bound by pain, healing together, and people still say that in their small house you can hear something special. Not quite laughter, not quite music, but something like freedom, something like justice, something like two mothers who refuse to be broken, raising two boys who will grow up knowing that truth finds a way. Amara is no longer invisible. Her voice is loud, clear, unafraid, and on quiet evenings, when she watches her sons play, she remembers the girl who once had nothing, and whispers thanks for the woman who chose solidarity over shame, love over hatred, truth over silence. Some wounds never heal, but some women refuse to let wounds define them. Amara is one of those women.
Hi there, I'm Lily. If you enjoyed this story, please follow, like, and subscribe.